Alright guys, welcome back to F1 News Breakdown. Lando Norris has finally broken his silence on the Max Verstappen comparisons, and what he said is absolutely fascinating. After winning his first World Championship by just 2 points last season, Lando sat down and revealed the one quality Max has that he desperately wishes he had himself. Plus, wait till you hear what he said about comparing himself to Lewis Hamilton. It's a reality check you won't believe. Drop your thoughts in the comments as we go through this. Hit that like button if you're ready for this, and subscribe if you're new because this is going to be good. So imagine this scenario. You've just won the Formula One World Championship, but not by dominating the season, by 2 points. In a three-way fight that went down to the final race in Abu Dhabi. You beat your teammate Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen. And immediately, everyone starts asking, but are you really as good as Max? That's exactly what Lando's been dealing with for the past 2 months. The 2025 championship was absolutely insane. 3 drivers separated by 2 points at the finale. Lando finished 3rd in Abu Dhabi, but still won the title. Most dramatic championship we've seen in years. Critics all season said he lacked the killer instinct. Said he was too nice to beat Max. Proved them all wrong. I remember talking to a friend who works in motorsport engineering. He said, Lando's biggest challenge isn't speed. It's convincing people he belongs in Max's league. And honestly, after hearing what Lando just said, I think he knows that. One viewer nailed it in the comments. Most champs go full Hamilton excuse mode, but Lando admits mentality gaps. Another said, margins that small are all mindset under pressure. So what exactly did Lando say about Max? Let's get into it. Okay, so Lando sat down with media at the McLaren Technology Centre for a pre-season event, and he was brutally honest about the differences between him and Max. He said, and I quote, "It's quite clear that I have a different mentality and a different approach to what Max has. But here's the kicker. Good or bad, you decide." That last part? That's so Lando. He's literally saying judge me however you want. But then he went further. There are a lot of things I still admire about Max, and I wish I had a little bit more of that here and there. The specific quality he's talking about? Max's killer instinct. That ruthless, uncompromising approach. Research shows Max has this mentality where he assumes dominance from the start. He's got that edge, that aggressive mindset both on and off the track. Lando, on the other hand? He explained it perfectly. I'm very much a guy who has to see something to believe it. He builds confidence through actual achievements. He needs evidence before self-belief kicks in. When I've done it, then I've gone, I can do it. Comments are absolutely split on this. Some say humility precedes glory, respect the honesty. Others are brutal. This is why you'll only win one championship. But here's where it gets really interesting. Lando's reality check moment with Lewis Hamilton. So Lando was asked how he compares to the greats of Formula One, and his response? Absolutely refreshing. He said, I can't even compare myself to Lewis because it's still 7-1. Think about that. The reigning world champion saying he can't compare himself to Hamilton. He went on, I have to do another 6 more of those kinds of years to achieve that, or 3 to get to Max. Let's do the math here. Hamilton has 7 titles. Verstappen has 4 titles. Norris has 1. The gap is massive. But what really got me was his emotional honesty. He said, it is a bizarre feeling. I mean, it's also amazing. Then he added, for people who know, it takes a lot to achieve what we achieved. I hope there's just a little extra level of respect. My mate who's a karting instructor put it perfectly. He said, most drivers never even get to F1. Lando's in a club of 35 champions in 75 years. But he's comparing himself to guys with multiple titles. That's the pressure. Facebook went absolutely off on this. Some comments were brutal. He's lucky he got this one. Others said, be grateful you were given this one. But defenders came through. Crazy world when strangers criticize world champions. So if Lando's so humble, what's actually driving him to win more? Here's where Lando revealed something really different about himself. Most champions picture themselves on the podium, holding trophies, soaking in individual glory. That's the typical motivation. But Lando? Completely different. He said, a lot of my motivation is being with the team, allowing them to have trophies and party and celebrate. I'm not too fussed about what other people have thought. Team-focused versus individual-focused. Max has that ruthless individual drive, that killer instinct to win at all costs. Lando has this team celebration focus. He won it his own way, without aggressive tactics. But this raises the question. Is this why some fans say he'll only win one championship? Or is this the next generation of champion? Someone who proves you can win clean? Instagram framed it perfectly. Won his title his own way, without aggressive tactics. But X/Twitter counters with, easy when you're in the best car, Lando. But Lando's not just sitting there being humble. He's got a plan for improvement. So after all this humility, Lando got specific about what he needs to improve. He said, I know there are still areas where I'm not at the level I need to be. When you're fighting these guys, you need to be close to perfection. There are plenty of things I want to work on and be better at. But here's the key. The baseline level where I'm at now is already pretty good. So what's he trying to add? More of Max's ruthlessness. That killer instinct. But without losing his own identity. That's the challenge. His confidence statement was clear. My motivation to win is exactly the same. If anything, I have more confidence. The championship validated his approach. He's always trying to improve, but he's finding his own way. Not disregarding what other people have done, but understanding what will always motivate him. It's a balance between growth and authenticity. So now Lando has to defend this title in 2026. And the challenge? Absolutely massive. Brand new hybrid power units with a 50-50 split between combustion and electrical energy. There's a push-to-pass boost button. Battery management is critical. Lando's prediction? More chaotic racing. He explained it like this. You'll see more yo-yoing, more moves with extra speed. The challenge is battery management. You have a very powerful battery that doesn't last very long. So knowing when to use that boost and how to recover energy quickly becomes absolutely crucial. Timeline-wise, Melbourne starts March 8th. Bahrain testing is happening this week and next. The truth about who's really fast comes out very soon. And here's where things get spicy with a George Russell subplot. So Lando also dropped this absolute gem about George Russell. He called George giddy as a personality trait. But then he backed him to win a championship someday, saying Russell possesses the qualities needed. That's high praise from a reigning champion. Why does this matter? It shows Lando's peer perspective. He sees other drivers' strengths. He's not threatened by competition. That team-focused mentality extends to the entire grid. One comment absolutely killed me. Keep George away from the radio when safety cars drop. The memes write themselves on that one. So the F1 community is massively split on this. Team Humble says, humility precedes glory. Refreshing honesty from a champion. He doesn't need to compare himself. Won it his way, respect. Team Skeptical fires back. This will be your one championship. Easy in the best car. Zach Brown won that season, not Lando. Team Orders helped with Piastri. Look, here's my honest opinion. I think Lando's approach is refreshing. Formula One needs champions who win clean. But he admitted he needs more of Max's ruthlessness. If he can add that killer instinct without losing his identity. Multiple championships incoming. The question is, can he actually do it? That's what 2026 will answer. So I'm absolutely fascinated to hear your thoughts on this. Is Lando's humble approach refreshing, or is it a weakness? Can you win multiple championships without Max's ruthless edge? Does being nice cost you in Formula One? Will Lando prove the doubters wrong again in 2026? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Subscribe to F1 News Breakdown if you're new. We're covering every twist and turn of this season. And by the way, Lando also said there are specific areas he's working on with McLaren engineers that he won't reveal yet. Bahrain testing starts this week. We'll see if he's added that killer instinct. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.